Good morning, everyone. Students, we are continuing with third scientific technique of Taylor, that is work study, right? In work study, we have discussed two studies already, fatigue study and method study. Yesterday, we have done that. Today, we'll be discussing time study and motion study, right? So first, I'm taking this time study. Time study tells that how much time you require to complete the assigned job, okay? So here Taylor is telling about the objectives of the time study, means why this study is required, what are the objectives. First one, it's telling the standard time required to perform a job, means one must know ki how much time will be taken to complete this particular job. Fine. Now second one is setting up the standard target for workers, means workers, they have to complete this standard target within the given time. Okay, so time study is required. And next objective is determining the number of workers required to perform a job. The job which is assigned to the people, how many people you require to complete that particular job. For that, we need to do time study. And next one is categorizing the workers in efficient and inefficient categories. See, while working, we have some experts and some non-expert people. So they have categorized the workers in efficient and inefficient workers category. So for all these things, we require time study. So here Taylor is suggesting that while doing the time study, it's not the wish and will of the manager that he just assign the time. He himself decide the time for any job. No, it's not like that. You know, the scientific this is a scientific technique. They just assign a particular job to hundreds of the people, right? And they tell them to complete that work, and they keep a stopwatch with them, and they just note down the timings taken by these particular workers. Okay, and then they find out the average of all the workers, and that way they just decide the average time. Fine. So this average time is decided by them. Ki one particular job will be completed by an average person during this time. Now the question comes ki who is considered as efficient worker and who is considered inefficient worker. So for this, they have decided the standard time and they have assigned this work to the different people. A person who completes this assigned job before that standard time, that person is considered as efficient person or efficient worker, and the person who takes more time than the decided time, that person is considered as an inefficient worker, right students? So here we have completed time study. Fine. Time study means you just find out an average time to complete a particular task, and a person who completes before that time is called efficient worker, and a person who takes more time, that person is called inefficient worker. You must have seen in your classroom also when I give you some questions in the test. So some students, they just complete that within the due time, and some students, they complete before the time, and some students, they take more time. So that is time study. And you know, we just assigned it particular time ki this question maximum this will take 15 minutes. Fine. So some takes 10 minutes, some take 15 minutes, and a few takes 20 minutes. I think it's very clear to you what is time study. Now we'll talk about the motion study. Okay, so this motion study, it's a technique of motion and the objectives of what, like why do we do this study? The first one, to determine the movement of the workers when they are performing the job. Their movement, either their movement is idle or that is not. Second objective is to differentiate between productive and unproductive movements. You must have seen in your class students, sometime you are just getting up from your seat for the purpose, and sometime without any purpose you are roaming here and there. So one time is considered as productive time and another one is taken as unproductive time. Next one is for cutting down unproductive and wasteful movements, right? So we are discussing the objectives of motion study, why this motion study is required. So it's telling we just note down the unproductive movements of the worker and we just want to cut down those because that's a wastage for the firm. Next objective is to design suitable equipment and tools to minimize the unproductive movements of the worker. It's telling design suitable equipments and tools. If you find that these tools are not suitable, not very productive for the firm, so you just design the another one which are very much suitable and which increases the productivity of the firm. Well, we can take very simple example to understand it. Motion study tells ki what is your movement in the classroom, students. Most of the time you are just roaming here and there, not studying properly, just talking to each other. So that is unproductive time. And the time when you are sitting properly in the classroom and you are paying attention to your teacher, right, studying, learning, so that is productive time. The same goes in any firm also, in the factories also. Workers, they are just leaving their seat and wasting the time here and there, so that is taken as unproductive time. And when they are working on their machineries and utilizing their time for the manufacturing purpose, that is called productive time. Okay, now next one is classify. Okay, this is unproductive movement and productive movement. That is the same thing which we have done. Now it's telling कि sometime what happens, your tools, your instruments are very far away from you, and as you are leaving your seat again and again. So what is the purpose behind that? That is the objective to find out. Okay, your tools are lying at a distance place, so you are leaving the seat, getting them, wasting the time. Fine. Your bag is lying at another seat and you are sitting somewhere else. So you're just leaving your seat, going to your bag to take your pen, pencil, copy. So that is unproductive movement. So this is the objective of the motion study. They want to reduce this unproductive movement. How? They can provide your bag on the same table wherever you are sitting, and that is what we are doing. So in the same way, they are applying in the firms, in the industries. Your toolbox, if it is lying very far away from you, so they are just keeping it nearby you, as you can take the tools conveniently without wasting the time, right? So that way we can improve your motion, and that will be good for the firm or for the industry, you can say, and that reduces time and cost, of course. Fine, students. So here we have completed motion study. Okay, means movement study. So today we have completed our work study completely. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the preferential piece weight system. Thank you, students, with the hope that you will be preparing your notes properly and you'll be learning. Thank you so much.